Another scrappy opponent. I thought Stetson did a great job. Me and Coach, we've been, I think, head coaches the same amount of time. This program started to turn the corner. It's my third time playing against them. By far the best Stetson team that I've seen them have. And they really came here today, and I thought for most of the game played harder than we did, which is a problem. Could have been the fact that this is our third game in about 5 or 6 days, or it could have just been the fact that we thought we were a little better than what we were. But it's still good to win. We did some good things, and we still need to work on some things, and we are very excited about the opportunity to practice over the next 8 days. So, fire away. It's always always important to get off to a good start. A lot of time and film study, statistics study goes into who starts for us. We feel like that's probably our best lineup in a year like this year, trying to establish the program. We like to get our best guys out there for longer periods of time, and I don't think there's any argument right now that those 5 guys together are probably our best lineup in terms of on both ends of the ball. Now, there are other lineups there where we can take advantage of certain things, but I think that group of guys needs to play together the most, and that's why we start them. And I think we've gotten off to a pretty good start the last 2 games. Our problem seems to be somewhere midway through the first half or midway through the second half. So we'll have to try to get better.
3-0 opening week. How nice is that to just give the guys some confidence?
Beats the alternative, right? I mean, you play the games you want to win them. I do think our group has some confidence right now, which is important. I just read a stat. There's only 2 or 3 other teams in the country with fewer lettermen returning than us. We have 3 returning lettermen. And so everyone else is new. It's 11 new players, which is first or second in the country as well. So it's important that they think they can win. And getting off to a 3-0 start definitely helps. And we're very appreciative for our administration allowing us to play in a tournament like this and be a host team. So that's a big deal to us, and I just felt like we did what we were supposed to do. Yeah, well, I think the next step for our program is we need to become a lot tougher, and we need to develop some more depth. I think that's the thing that's glaring today. It started in the second half of the last game where we just were not tough enough for a team that aspires to win at this level in this league. We have to be tougher. For example, we don't grab the ball. We don't consistently check out. We don't consistently V-cut get open. We don't consistently make and one layup. I mean, those are just toughness things, right? Making the front end of a 1-and-1. So we've got to get tougher, and then we've got to develop some depth. Tonight, I thought Ross Owens did a great job in giving the opportunity. He's going to play more, and as we start this rigorous part of our non-league schedule, we're going to have to play more than 5, 6, 7 guys, and I think 3 guys are currently averaging close to 30 minutes. Yeah, Cook, Dixon, and Church are all averaging 30 minutes, 31 minutes. That's got to come down.
Do you feel overall you left some points at the free throw line tonight?
Oh, tonight for sure. And again, right now it's all about who's going there. We the other night, some of our guards went there more than our forwards. Tonight our forwards went there quite a few times. I think Church and Mohammed combined 16 times, and they just need to take their time. They just need to take their time, and they'll become better free throw shooters throughout the year. It's something that they've been practicing. We got to practice more. But we got 23 points from the line, but we did leave, I guess, 15 on there. So as a team, we were 60%. I mean, ideally, 70% would be awesome.
It's the old stat, if you make more free throws than your opponent attempts, that's what you're shooting for.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't put that on the board before the game, but maybe I should. It's a good point. You coached before?
Not enough.
It ain't very hard to do. It ain't very hard.
I don't want that.
But no, that is very true. Mike Krzyzewski and Bill Self are both advocates of that, and I think they've won a lot of games. So we do want to do that. Tonight we made 23, and they only attempted 13, which is a fantastic number for sure. Yes, but we do emphasize a layup, a free throw, or open 3. So it's part of what we want to do. I don't know if we're scoring as fluid as I would like. We look very choppy. We got some guys that probably are trying to do some things that they're really not capable of. As we start to play better opponents, deeper opponents, more experienced opponents, we're going to have to clean our offense up. And we're going to have to start to establish a low post game. And in today's game, not everyone is overly excited about that, but we're going to have to make some some judgment calls and get that established. But we have a lot of film to study. The coaches over the next couple of days, our players, and like I said, we got about 8 days or so before we play again, and our half-court offensive execution will have to be a lot better.
I played with Keandre, second game in a row with 20 points. We've heard all summer how he's a great scorer. Is this something you just see continuing?
Well, we need him to. I mean, you know, he's out there for tonight 35 minutes. I mean, good gracious, I hope he can score something in 35 minutes. But he's a guy who's hard to guard sometimes. You know, when his outside shot's going, he's really good getting to the basket. He makes his free throws. He's very long. But tonight he had to come out he played 35 minutes. Every time he came out tonight, he gave up some points. And we probably don't need him to play on that many minutes. But I think I've said numerous times that if you look at our box score and Keandre Cook goes 2 for 12 or whatever, we probably had a hard time scoring that game. So he needs to put the ball in the basket.
And so they're early, Darian shot in for a couple minutes.
Yeah.
He's not ready yet, or?
Well, I thought he struggled when he went in there initially. He'll get another opportunity. In 8 days, he'll get another opportunity. He'll get plenty of opportunities coming up in practice. He's just a freshman, but he's done some good things for us. And, you know, he's just a freshman. If we were a little deeper, some of our other freshmen wouldn't be out there as long right now either, because they make freshman mistakes as well. I mean, we have a lot of inexperience, and fortunately enough, at home, with decent crowds and some good starts to games, we got a little bit of a cushion, and we can hide some of those things. But I anticipate him developing. I mentioned we got to get tougher, and we got to develop more depth, and he's one of those guys that will do it. We just got to give him another opportunity. He'll get it.
And then kind of talk about Josh Webster. I mean, he had 1 point for the game, but he played 34 minutes, so you had to see something out there that you liked.
Well, he's our primary ball handler, which helps against a team like today. They were all over us. I mean, we were in a double bonus, probably with 10 minutes to go in the half. So he's definitely a guy that needs to be out there for us. He can get us in our stuff. We ran one play tonight, and he's normally the guy that can execute it for us. But he's very valuable to our team, and we probably need to spare him a few more minutes. What did he play tonight? 34. We probably need to get him under 30, which we will. And we need him to be good. He didn't have as many assists tonight because that team was very scrappy. I mean, they were scrappy, and we turned it over 17 times. Last 2 games, we turned it over 16 times, and you know, that film will get out, so we don't have to get that tightened up. So, but yeah, we like him and we need him. Yep.
And he's not the one turning the ball either.
Well, the problem is our guards aren't getting open, so now our post players have to handle it against that type of pressure, so we can't look at the numbers. When you have turnovers, it's guard play. It's guard play, period. College basketball is guard play, and we're going to have to get better. It's not our interior guys' fault. They shouldn't, you know, yeah, the numbers say that, but they shouldn't have the ball in their hands that much. Like, I can count in my head right now 3 or 4 times when we entered the ball against their press tonight, and Webster didn't come get it. And so, again, you know, we'll get back to practicing, and those things are corrected. Yeah.
Obediah, how important was it for you guys to jump out to that early lead and never trail in the game?
It was important for us, especially in the second half. Coach was just saying, like, it's our third game in 6 days. You just got to, like, push through it the second half and just come out with more energy than them. So we make that run, and that just gave us more confidence. They fought back, but we had to close it out the last little 3 minutes.
What are some things you worked on in practice, and what do you think you guys did better than maybe you did the other night?
What we really was, it was one day turnaround. We really just scouted them a lot. For Robert Morris, I feel like we kept the ball out the middle a lot, maybe more. He was harping on that more, brought him in, driving this middle. But there's still some things we got to work on still doing this Kansas City tournament. For me, it's just nobody really gets down on themselves. It's always next shot for them. Like everybody, JD missed some shots yesterday. He's still coming in and doing what he did to do what he needed to do with this game.
I mean, mainly me and OB right here. I mean, at practice, we just like play off of each other. I mean, sometimes I help him with his position, and he helped me with mine, and you know. And it's all about trying to find a mismatch on the court, and once I have it, I just post up because I believe in nobody can check me down there. So.
Does he have this confidence like all week too? Have you practiced everything?
That's Mo. Mo always have a high confidence and he goes on to prove it too, so.
So it'll be this is the last home game for a while. What are you looking forward to find out now that you go on the road or at least neutral courts?
How tough we are on the road. This will be our first official road game, and it's on neutral court again, and against some good teams down in Kansas City. Just going to bring character and toughness that we got bring.
Keandre had a chance to play some Power 5 conference teams. How much of an appealing factor is that to you?
I think it's just another team. It don't matter, Power 5, any team can be beat.